Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace football being back in L.A.? You certainly couldn't tell that by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Cook able to escape, and he'll be tackled at about the 35. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV. Called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Credit the tackle to Kylie Fitz, the former Utah Ute.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, 382, let's 50. The hard. It is. What's your hard? Scared. Go ahead, go ahead.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Aqib Talib there to stop him.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Now Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that is going to be incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Now the Rams offense, they worked their way back on the field.
I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10.
Louis, lift. Orange. Let's go, defense. Go, 12, go.
On 1st down, Goff. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st and 10, Goff. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And that's caught left side. It's Woods. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And now the Vikings. Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Goff throwing again. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A Ram first down as Goff finds Kupp. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Maverick! Here we go, fellas. Here we go. 3 down. 5. Yes, sir. 4 now. Shell. 12. Tiger.
To throw on 2nd down is Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
All right, fellas, here we go. Come on out. Yes, sir. We're good. Shell. 5. Louis. 14. Go.
Goff on 3rd down. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. First catch of the game for Cooks. It'll be a 1st down. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Back live now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They've got a 2nd down at 5 here to start things out. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him. And it'll be a loss of about 8. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Jester, Jester, Jester. Tiger, Tiger. Starting left here.
And with the play clock running out, Sean McVay will take a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long.
17, 17, 17. Hey, 5. Let's go, 12, let's go. Ric Flair. Switch. Go. Here we go, fellas.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. This a 43-yard attempt. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And no here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Leave it, bring up 48. Leave it, bring up 48.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Cousins again. His throw incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Yellow, reach in there, yellow. Wide.
On 3rd down, Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go. Yellow. Where's your hard? Yellow.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And Rudolph has it left side. And down he'll go at the 25. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Zebra. Through.
Cousins from the gun on third. And he finds Cook. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 47 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. On first down, Murray. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Throwing, Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They go play action here on first down. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. They get the penalty yardage back, plus 5 more as they get it to 2nd and 5. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Of course, last year, you think about Dalvin Cook's injury in Week 4 with a torn ACL, just hoping that he can stay healthy in 2018.
And if so, we'll see plenty of runs that will be big time in 2018. Because in 2017, he took over the starting running back job as a rookie and was off to a terrific start. In fact, if you ask people in the Minnesota Vikings organization, they were giddy at the fact that they were able to get him outside of the 1st round and plug him into the lineup. They expect him to be big time in this season.
It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
The Ram fans in this old stadium on their feet. 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal for Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Merlin, Merlin. Here we go. 180. Switch, switch, switch. Super 1. Too little, Zero. 17. 17. Hey, 17.
After the interception, here's Gall. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Super 66. Super 66. Starting left here.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. 67 yards. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9.
76.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Orange, orange, orange. 12. Harbaugh. 12. 14. 14. Starting left here.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd down, Cook trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Throwing is Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So that right there was his 2nd pick, but keep in mind, this is a guy who once had a rare 3-interception game in his career.
So what are you saying, that getting 2 in a game, that's like kid stuff for him? That's nothing. He's already done.